Hello everyone, today I want to talk about the five-fold path to perfect self-esteem. Hello everyone, as promised in the intro, today I want to talk about 5 steps, the five-fold path as I call it, to self-esteem. Self-esteem is so important. Loving yourself is at the heart of loving others, and love is what we're all about. So loving yourself is your first priority. Okay, being present and loving yourself are all that you need to worry about. Now, as always, I'm going to begin with a quote. And the quote is, "Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are." Say that again. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. The amazing Marilyn Monroe. We live our lives so often thinking that we could be this or we could do this. And ultimately we forget how great we are and what we've achieved. Now, quite often that there'll be certain types of people that wish they were an actress or a famous movie star. You might wish you were Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie or Beyonce. I mean, that's becoming relatively rare now. And my coaching clients, they generally don't agree that they want to be someone else. But when I ask them, what do they think they should be doing? And they say things like, I should be following my dream, or I should be doing this as a job. That's wanting to be someone else. And that's ignoring this beautiful person, this divine entity, this unique creation that's unique across the cosmos. And it's just a slap in the face. And really, you've got to begin where you are with what you've got right now. So before I move on, I've had a lot of emails about the tattoo. Yes, it is a new tattoo. Yes, it is very special. I'll give you the meaning later on in the 1 year life transformation challenge. I don't feel like we're just there yet for leave some mystery about us, but thank you for the comments. I've got some great comments on it, and there's a better look there. So we're going to start with, I guess, in my personal life, my self-esteem as a child was, average. I looked at other people and I always thought their lives were great. I saw their highlight reels and thought, geez, how come my life isn't as perfect as theirs? But I really knew that as I grew as a person, that loving myself would have to come first. And as my self-esteem grew, I was able to bring people up with me because they were able to count on me to either stand up to someone or to tell the truth or to do the things that they wouldn't do. And that's what self-esteem does, is it gives people the right to be themselves. It shines, it comes out of you. We all know when someone walks into a room with high self-esteem and their shoulders are out, that we gravitate to them, that we want them to participate in our conversations, we want to meet them, we want to know them, and that therefore is the reflection from that divine grace that allows us to glow in their presence. So let's start with the 5 steps. So number 1, pride is overrated. Self-esteem is not pride. Pride becometh the fall. Now, pride is when you say, because of these things I'm great. Pride is when you say, the fact that I have $1 million is the fact that I'm fantastic. That's completely false, because if I take away that $1 million, what are you? You're nothing. And that's not true. We are not nothing. The poorest child in India who can't eat is a miraculous creation. I mean, it took 5 billion years for that to evolve into that beautiful child. Yes, they might not have any belongings. What's belongings? I don't have any belongings that can, beat a heart or to allow electrical activity to leave the brain and to be transmitted to others via verbal communication. I don't have any of that material. So that person is far more superior than anything they could have. Pride is weak, and pride can create a fall. And I can take your pride from you, but I can't take your self-esteem. So remember, false pride is not self-esteem. And when you start saying things like, I'm great, look at the car I have, understand that that's not self-esteem, that's pride. Anything that can be taken from you is not self-esteem. 2, now, finding things funny, which is number 2 on the 5-fold path to self-esteem, is really important. When someone insults you, you should have a laugh, because if it's not true, it is funny. And that's at the core of what humour is. When someone says a joke, it's generally a joke because it's not true. If someone said to you, did you know that the Nile was the longest river in the world? You wouldn't laugh at that, because ultimately that's just a fact. So when someone says something to you that you don't believe in, finding humour in that is very important. Being able to laugh at yourself when you make a mistake is very, very important. If you're getting angry and upset when you make mistakes or when people say things to you, it's ultimately because you have a self-esteem issue. I have people say very interesting things to me via email and on YouTube that they might not necessarily like my videos, and that's just because they haven't watched enough of them. However, I quite often will laugh. And for the people who write in with amazing reviews, I'll quite often send them a review from someone who didn't think I was that great. And for the people who don't think I'm that great, I'll send them a review of someone who thinks that I'm great. Because ultimately, the choice is yours. What you take from it is what you get. And being able to laugh and smile, and quite often when I get funny emails or interesting comments on YouTube or Facebook, I smile and laugh because ultimately, I know who I am. And those comments are coming from someone who doesn't know me. I bet you we'd be best mates if we caught up, but ultimately they're judging me at a superficial level. And even the people who love me are probably judging me at a superficial level as well. So ultimately it doesn't matter as long as you love yourself. Number 3, say no to shame. When someone tries to say to you, you should cover that up, or you should not be doing that, or you should be ashamed of yourself. No. If you're not ashamed of yourself, how dare anyone try and put that on you? Shame doesn't exist. Shame is a concept that men have used, no, I won't use men, or powerful people have used in order to control other people. Shame is something that made them feel bad about themselves, so they'll listen to what these people have to say. And that made it a scam. A lot of priests for a long time said, give me some money, I'll take away your shame. No, it doesn't work like that. Say no to shame. Number 4, build your empathy muscle. Empathy, that is the understanding of where other people are coming from or their feelings, is really critical, because if you appreciate that other people aren't perfect, you'll start to appreciate that you aren't perfect. And the job is not to be perfect. The job is to exist and be beautiful and create. And no creation is beautiful or perfect. And we all know that. But that is the beauty, is the perfection. So being able to empathize with others, understand their difficulties, will make you feel better about yourself. I have a quote on that one, and the quote is, "You yourself, as much as anyone in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Say that one more time. You yourself, as much as anyone in the universe, deserve love and affection. If you start with that, and the practice of metta during meditation, which is you draw love from yourself and love yourself and then send it out, it's really, really important. And I can guarantee you that if you're having challenges with certain people, those people will generally reflect a part of yourself that you don't love. If you hate someone because they do something, I would suggest that you look at yourself and ask yourself whether that's something you hate about yourself. Because once you love yourself, everyone else becomes lovable. Number 5, focus on the journey. Self-esteem is not about a goal. Self-esteem is not out there, it's in here. So if you believe you need self-esteem or if you believe you just need to buy the house or get the partner or be in the perfect relationship to get the self-esteem, it's not going to happen. It cannot happen. It's not external. Therefore, by chasing it, you can never get it. That doesn't mean you don't follow your goals, because the journey, the participation of living your true life is where self-esteem does come from. You want a 6-pack? Great. Your self-esteem should come from the fact you did 1,000 sit-ups today. And if you've still got a belly, it doesn't matter. The fact is you did 1,000 sit-ups. Reward yourself. You're an awesome, awesome person. You're fighting hard to get what you want. Because I promise you, if you put off or delay that self-esteem until you get the 6-pack, you just be a person with a 6-pack and no self-esteem. And trust me, I meet them all, I coach them all the time. I coach people that would consider absolutely perfect bodies who don't have self-esteem. It's because they always think they can be a bit more perfect, but they don't understand the work they've put in is where their self-esteem should come from. So if you have self-esteem issues and would like to talk to me personally, let's do some one-on-one coaching and let's find a plan to make you the superstar that I know you are. Check me out on Instagram for daily images, YouTube, Facebook for behind-the-scene footage. But other than that, I can't wait to see you tomorrow for the next episode of the 1 Year Life Transformation Challenge. Goodbye.